So hello everyone, in this video we discuss about the last part of the chapter, some basic concept of macroeconomics. So let's begin the chapter. Before starting the chapter, we discuss about the keys. The keys are circular flow of income and the three phases of circular flow, assumption of circular flow model and significance of circular flow of model. Okay. And the last we discuss about injections and withdrawal. So let's begin the chapter. First of all, we see the definition of circular flow. Okay. Circular flow of income refers to unending flow. It means it never ends. Unending flow of activities of production, income generation, expenditure involving different sectors of economy. The producer and household in particular. It means only two sectors, the producer and household one. It means only two sectors. The first is producing sector and the other one is household sector. Okay. Each activity is cause as well as consequence of other activity. It means each activity dependent on another. Okay. The production and producing sector generate income for household who are the owner of factor of production. Expenditure by household generate demand for further production. Accordingly, the production of income generation and expenditure keep chasing each other like three dots, consequently moving in a circle. It means the production generate income of our household and the income we expend on goods and services, and again the goods expenditure and generate demand for goods and services, and again the production it generate production. Okay, we see how it work. There are three phases of circular flow. First phase is known as production phase. The production phase comprises that production means value addition. It means the producing of goods and services cause value addition. Okay, no one, because producing the no end of human wants, so no end of production process, because human wants are unlimited, they are never ended, so the production is also never end. Okay, next phase is income generation. The in income generation phase for rendering factor services to producers, household generate income. Okay, household renders its factor services to producers. In response, they generate income called factor income. Okay, factor income, and the value addition is equal to factor income. It is most important thing that value addition is equal to factor payment or income generation. Means the production phase cause value addition and value addition is equal to factor payment. Okay, and third one is in expenditure phase. Okay, household expend final goods on final goods for consumption expenditure and producer on final goods for investment expenditure. Okay, household consume, so they expend on consumption expenditure, and on producer investment, so they expenditure on investment expenditure. Producer for investment purpose. Okay, the income generated for by production. Okay, then the income generated by production is expended on goods and services, and again it demand for goods and services arises, and again the production cost. Okay, it generate demand for goods and services, and again the production of goods and services, and consequently the income generation. It means they are they the three phases of circular flow are interdependent on each other. Okay, now we see a circular flow model. Three phases of circular flow. First of all, production of goods and services. The production of goods and services is called value addition, or we can also say income generation. Okay, income generation. Okay, the production of goods and services called income generation, and the in generated income known as factor income. We expend factor income on goods and services. Again, we demand for goods and services, and the producer again produce. So these three sectors or the three phases are interdependent on each other. This is known as circular flow of income. It means the income circulate in these three phases. Okay. Now assumption of circular flow and significance of circular flow. Okay. First of all, assumption. We assume only two sectors. First is household and other one is producing sector or firm. Okay. And second thing, that there is no saving. The income generated by the way of value addition is expend on goods and services. So there is no saving. Okay. Third one is there is no government and grow. Only there is two sector model. So there is no government sector and rest of world. Okay. There is no export and import activities. Okay. These are three assumptions of circular flow. And other one is significance. Significance that it is helpful in estimation of national income. We discuss about later chapter that how the three method are helpful in estimation of national income. Okay. And second one is we show the intersectoral interdependency, how one sector dependent on each on other. Okay. Okay. On the next part we discuss about injections and withdrawals. Okay. First of all, injections. The injections are the amount of money is added to flow of income in economy. Injection means injecting of money, means adding addition of money. Okay, it is a flow concept. Injection and flow concept. It increases size of flow because it is adding a money. Okay, the examples of injection are first is investment, second one is government spending, and third one is export. Okay, and the examples and definitions is very important. And other one is withdrawals. Withdrawals are the amount of money that is withdrawn from economy. Okay, it withdrawn of it, or we can say taking out. Okay, it also called leakages. It is a very important that its other name is also called leakages. Okay, if we and the examples are savings, saving, taxes, and imports. So example of injections and their definitions, and example of withdrawals and their definitions very important. Okay, so thank you, and please subscribe my channel. Okay, bye bye.